It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of what we think men ain't nothing but butterflies. You can't fight a war with butterflies. You need men.
Yeah.
You need men. You're going into spiritual warfare where you need warrior angels with butterflies and hummingbirds. You're gonna lose.
Thank you. I'm saying though, like they want you to be a fucking little butterball in the middle of the Armageddon. I'm like, it can't work. You gotta be kind of rough around the edges. Like,
I don't mind love and light.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't mind love and light. African root science say that love and light was born in triple darkness.
Ooh.
It's the dark matter which gives consciousness to that which we call the light. And the light is the manifestation of the thing that we call the love. Nine ether root science, what they call African root science, is just Ethiopian science of the creation in order to wake the self up so you don't be subjugated to any force in the known or unknown universe.
Yo! Oh, Master Yoda.
So look, Dr. Richard King wrote about something called the black dot.
Let's go. I know. Yes, let's go.
And we know that we know that Nostradamus read the future off of a black mirror.
Yeah, the scrying mirror. What they call it, scrying mirror.
Yes.
Let's go, Elder.
Okay, now the scrying mirror that Nostradamus used was an external representation of the internal black dot.
Oof. So would that be the black sun?
Watch this. Watch this. Remember in the Matrix when Neo was plugged in the back of his head?
Yes.
Okay, now you see all of the lesser plugs, those are chakras and meridians.
Oh, let's go.
But the one at the root of his skull, that's the black dot. The black dot is in the pons region of the brain. It's called the reticular formation, a nerve ganglia with highly concentrated melanin. All of your consciousness into the physical body has to enter through the gate they call the black dot. And
that's where your pituitary gland used to reside. When they would call it the
pituitary gland was a little bit to the front. It was on your hippocampus.
Okay, Elder. Thank you. Bless. All right. And then, but that would also represent when they say like the Christ goes to the 33rd vertebrae and you get crucified. So all right, go ahead, Elder.
What they talking about Christ reaching the 33rd parallel, they talking about 33 vertebrae. You got a pump in your sacral region and a pump that's called your medulla oblongata.
Ooh, the medulla oblongata. Yes, Waterboy talk about that. What's his name? And Adam Sandler, Waterboy. Remember the medulla oblongata? They taught. Yes, go ahead, Elder.
Okay, that's a pump right here above the black dot.
Yo,
you got 4 chambers in your brain, like you got 4 chambers in your heart.
Wow, let's go, family.
Right. The man on the square is represented by the angel standing on the square. 444, angel on the square. 44 is the angel. Gotcha. The 4 is the square. Gotcha. So the angel on the square is the man all the way on top of his studies in the blue house. He's trying to attain his knowledge of self by searching high and low through all forms of information he come across.
Got you.
The 4 chambers of the heart is represented by the red house.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Got you. Yep.
And the red house is the heart chakra ruled by Leo. This is the center of love.
Right. The heart. Okay. The lion, the Judean power, the Judah. Yeah. Okay.
Right. The whole thing talking about zodiac science, because the Bible is a star map, a contract, and a riddle.
Oh, yo, yo, Elder, you're giving me some next level life right now. You're freaking. You're giving. No, I'm serious. You're giving me like I'm elevating, like I'm literally vibrating into another dimension right now. Like you don't understand. I think I feel like. Nah, I don't know what to tell you. Like I think I hit a DMT or some shit. I don't know. I'm serious. Yo, I'm serious. I don't know what to tell you. That's the only way I can describe it. Like I'm serious. I'm serious.
This discussion is called a light code discussion.
Yeah, you're ready to fuck. My pineals going nuts. All of it. No, I'm serious. I'm not even no cap. Let's go, man. For real. Thank you for this, Elder.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So,
I did this.
Right.
Awesome. But
so now,
let's go. Yeah, man.
By finding your inner balance.
Yes, sir.
It's called hemisync. That's a reference. Hemisync is the science of balancing the two hemispheres of the brain to make them pump simultaneously together in unison. Only the left brain pumping on the fatherland intellectual capacity. The God side been sleep. The right brain feminine capacity. All of your psychic messages enter into yourself through something that they call the anterior gyrus, right here on the right side of your head.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the mitochondrial controlled side.
Wow.
This is the Y chromosome testosterone control sign. And the intellectual information comes in the left from the bottom up.
Okay. Oh, hold up, Elder, before you go any further, fam. So this is reminding me, reflective of when, okay, the Trinity, right? When we say like the Trinity, infinity flow, right? But let's say they have the feminine energy locked off in one place here and create a loop with us over here without connection to that knowledge, that connection you just before was talking about, right? So they lock us off in a part of the mind where we don't have connection to the other part of the mind. So it's like the infinity loop is the brain, right? That infinity 8 is the brain, but they keep you locked in one chamber of that shit over here. But now the feminine energy is broken through, so now we can relax, we can get back into the flow and get back into connection with the energy coming through and everything flowing through the circuit. Now they had the circuit blocked in a loop, like.
Okay, now you just described a conceptual physics formula using the brain to describe what was done in order to put us in what's called the infinity loop.
Yeah, bro. Like I know this shit just naturally though. Like look, I know it. Like you're giving me. You see what I said?
Yeah, all this is the science behind it. So the infinity loop.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's because we're in the third and the fourth dimension at the same. We're living in two dimensions at the same time. Because the fourth dimension was collapsed in on the third dimension so that we would require some shit called sleep to navigate both realities.
Stop. Wait. Elder, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bro, I'm sorry. I was just watching the gameplay for the new Mortal Kombat 1. You know the new game, Mortal Kombat. They just came up with a new one. Family, the whole premise of that game is a 2 timelines, 2 dimensions. This nigga Geras is like this. I've never seen this in 100 billion timelines. 2 timelines at the same time, expanding it. Exactly what you just said. Elder, yo, you're bringing tears to my eyes right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm serious. Nah, yo, go ahead. Elder, go ahead, man. I had to say that shit. You bring tears to my eyes. I'm serious.
So we know from physics that the dimensions spiral up.
Yes, sir.
Like
a
spring.
Up. Yes. Nacha.
Now, you take that spring and you pinch 2 of them together.
Yeah, man.
You can't get out of the infinity loop only in one spot.
Right.
So you got to get to a point where the time.
0 point.
Right, it's a 0 point. It's the 0 point of a collapse, right?
Yes, sir.
From years ago. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened, and then it's going to click for you.
Let's go.
CERN is a old-ass device. It ain't new.
No, it's not. It's not.
They opened the portal up between 3 dimension and 4th dimension.
Oh.
And they set off a nuclear explosion and closed the portal.
Yes, sir.
It caused the 4th dimensional frequency and the 3rd dimensional frequency to jam together at one end of the loop.
Oh, fuck.
So instead of spiraling up, we've been going around the bottom, around the top.
Like you're flushing a toilet and you're just going around like this.
Right.
Before flushing.
Except that when you get to the point where the 4th dimension and the 3rd dimension are together, you go up, and now you're living in what's called the upside down.
And now you're kind of like in limbo.
Yep. You're living in the upside down. That's the upside down. Because you're living on the bottom of the 4th dimension.
Damn.
On top of the while you in the 3rd dimension.
Exactly, King.
Now
I get it.
So
guys, take your notes. Take your time and filter. No, for real.
In the metaphysics, they say, how do you jump the infinity loop?
Let's go.
Nobody knew how to jump the infinity loop.
Gotcha.
If you don't don't know African root science, you will not be able to sing "No Woman, No Cry" and know what you're talking about.
And no, all right, got you. Wow, no woman, no cry. Yo, got you. Yo,
Right?
yes, Elder, I get you,
So
Elder.
now we needed all of the masters that were stuck in the infinity loop together
Yes.
to be born at the same time at the
Let's
close
go.
of the age. The age got to close where they touch.
Wow, that's why we're here now. That's why we're here now. That's what you're saying. That's why we're here now.
We all came.
Let's go. Okay, elders. Got
All
you.
of the primordial gods, all of the great mystics,
Wow.
all of the great, they just here. Guess where they at here?
Talk to me. Right here.
They on
the council.
In the words of Rakim, one national man on one national land.
Yes, we're in America.
Right. So now they understand why Haile Selassie came back as Ermias Ashkadam, aka Nipsey Hussle.
Whoa.
Then they understand why Tupac Amaru came back.
You look just like Selassie, right? For real. Like you deep, Elder. Let's go. I ain't say go ahead.
So then they understand why Tupac Amaru, the conqueror,
yes,
he come back as Tupac Shakur.
Got it.
Always thankful to God because Big Mama don't play.
Don't fuck around. And
everything. They know why the Taurus, aka Christopher Wallace, that's Chief Sitting Bull, who was sitting on his post when the invaders came, so he took a public flogging from a West Coast chief. You let them motherfuckers on the land and ain't send us no message. Big Mama sent us one from down there in the Gullah Wars, and you ain't.
Men watching are blushing because men, I love y'all. I want you to know, I know that, this is a lot of talk around issues that women have with men, and men have these issues with women, and all you see, this is all over the internet. And I just feel like we need to shift that energy, because that's a small group of people that's saying a whole lot of things. It's a small group of people that's just on the internet. But, there's people like me who, I love the brothers. I love the men. I love y'all so much. I honor you. I love you. I just love, because I have sons. So, I'm not about that. I love it. I understand it's not so easy being in the masculine either. That's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of expectations. And we're living in a time where there's so much expectations, a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure on men to have a lot of money, to have his shit together, to be good in bed, to take care of everything. And it's a lot, take care of himself.
I haven't heard no pressure yet.
Well, you haven't heard no pressure yet?
No, I ain't heard no pressure yet. Everything sounds like that's perfectly normal for what we should be doing.
It should be. It should be. But, a lot of these men don't come with fathers in the household either. So
I did.
You did, but a lot of men don't come.
My pops told me early on that a man moves straight. He don't do all that old funny shit. He told me that. Right. Then when I asked him the source of power, he told me it was knowledge. I had to go get some of that.
I like it. No, well, I'm happy that you did, because a lot of men have not, and then they have a lot of resistance from being in men's circles too. Like, there's the same way the women have the circles. Men need to get in these circles. They need to get in the communities. And what I've noticed, because I've always asked this question: why is it that a lot of men don't gather as much as women do? I always wanted to understand that. Why is it? And I started asking some of the men, what's this thing with y'all? Why don't you all connect? And they all said the same thing to me. It's a power struggle. It's an ego thing. That's what men do. Like, it's an ego, like a power struggle. And it's like, well, damn, how are the women getting together in these spaces and communing together and healing? And then the men are just trying to figure this thing out.
Because the women are water. Me and lightning bolts. We always crash into the ground. But the reason why we crash into the ground, because the harmony is disrupted between the earth and the sky. We restore the harmony with the earth and the sky, and you don't have static electric shock. Right? When the balance is upset, then we have a storm. The storm indicates something. The men is not confident in the quality of leadership that men have been having. We've been holding our leaders to the standard that our enemy tell us to hold our leaders, but they leaders is doing all of the dirt they accusing our leaders of actually doing. So they false accuse our leaders, and they keep their leaders that's doing the dirt. So they tear down the leadership of the men. Now, don't no man want to step up that's competent to lead the pack. But nature kicks in. If a group of men get together, somebody cream rise to the top. And they know this. So the respect factor, the guys don't want to be around what they call an unproven soldier.
Woo! You spoke it. You spoke it. You spoke it to me.
So when the guys get around a soldier, now they want to know the war stories that tell them the keys to life.
Ooh.
When the soldiers come back from battle to tell the community that it was a war story that we can turn into a love story, because Larry Hoover say the first law is the law of love.
That's the law I follow.
So, and nature teaches you how to follow the flow, but we want to put ego in the way. The ego get in the way, and now I got to tell everybody else how they supposed to be living their life, but that ain't the shit I'm doing. I'm gonna point my finger at so many different people that won't nobody look back at me, because that's how the ego operate. The selfless one come out and say, everybody look over here. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at, and then you make up your mind if I see what I see. Now all eyes is on the individual that's telling them what to look for. And that's the leadership by example.
Yes.
We don't have that no more. Only got a few leaders, but because of the conspiracies of the enemy, we don't trust them because of the dirt of the past leaders that sold us out. The ones that look like us but wasn't us, and the ones that look like us that sold out. Right? So this is the problem with putting together a men's group. If they don't see a chief sitting on the throne, they not gonna surround that motherfucker.
Well, you know, I think that you and I have a solution to this problem together. What you think?
I think so.
I think we make a great team, because in order to bring that together, sometimes that feminine presence is important, right? To have that example, and I believe that that's what a lot of the people were attracted to when they saw our live before, was, you know, people were saying they were actually crying. They were on your post talking about it, they were crying so much because they felt that energy, is that unity between that masculine and feminine energy. I believe that that's the breakthrough. But I think that you could, I also think that you could hold that space, because, you know, they call you chief, right? That's what they call you. That's what
Hey, look, this is the crazy thing about how I got to be the chief.
How you got to be the chief? Out
of all of the despised and rejected, I became the most loved and respected. That's the standard. That's the standard for nature creating the chief. Most loved, most respected. They call that standing on your 45 at all times. On a 360-degree pendulum. Bump me left, bump me right, but I'm always gonna bump straight.
These chiefs are not chiefs because they have no clue how to lead, nor do they know where they're going.
Right. Because all of the chiefs that was to train the next generation of chiefs was taken to us from us by enemies. and we supported the enemy because we thought we was doing ourselves some good when we was believing the lies the enemies told us. So I could point you to the rightful chiefs across the land, right? And that's because I paid attention. The standard bearers of the community that the culture always produced, always predicated up on the most loved and most respected. First, you have to win the love and respect of the family. Then they send you to extended family. And when they all are satisfied that you ain't gonna disgrace the family, they send you out to be tried by the rest of the clans on the land. So you travel around the land as a nomad, learning the different subcultures that's on the land. So when you get all of the pieces to the puzzle, it'll make sense.
Hold on 1 second. Keep talking to them. I'm gonna go get something. 1 second.
So part of the culture on the land is that all of the chiefs had to learn how to